Jaclyn London, head of nutrition and wellness at WW, formerly Weight Watchers. So that is big time status. What a title. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I wish I was truly there in person, but not yet. Soon.
Soon. And we're going to gear up for the winter, which is also pretty much flu season. Right out the gate, how can we prepare ourselves to combat sickness or even catching a cold?
So one thing that is really important to keep in mind is that there is no single food in isolation of everything else that you do that can really make or break your current state of health, whether it is something that is short-term or more long-term in terms of chronic disease risk. But I would say that there are patterns that can help you shift toward making healthier habits a part of your everyday, and how you can really make small shifts in the meals and snacks that you choose to really create an overall health promoting dietary pattern that supports both short and long-term health related goals, especially when we think about this time of year, when it becomes a little bit more of a question about, what should I eat? Is this going to be a tonic that's going to, cure everything? Or can I eat acai berries only, and this is going to somehow, help me not get a cold? And I think it's important that all of us just sort of keep in mind that the most effective and most sustainable way to think about any pattern of eating at all as it relates to our health and well-being is to think about where you can do more, especially when it comes to produce. More produce more often. If I had a mantra, it would be that. I feel like I wind up saying that so frequently, but it's so important and so critical because it's actually a lot simpler to incorporate and to think a little bit more in that more expansive way of what can I do more of, rather than think about what you would have to take away or eliminate or restrict or cut back. I think that's a big reason why so many of us get caught up in the semantics of things or feel like something is way too hard or way too impossible for you, is because we don't look at where we could make simple shifts to incorporate more into our day. So think about where you can do more.
Mm-hmm. And I love in previous interviews, you mentioned a lot to be active within the framework of your lifestyle, kind of like how you were mentioning that it really where you could step up a bit. And then Can you also talk about, okay, I know you said about produce, but how else can we boost our immune system?
Yeah. So again, while there are very few, there's really no specific food or no specific intervention that can directly boost immunity. That said, some of the patterns that are linked to overall immune function and immune support include really that incorporation of more produce more often. I can't say that enough times. I always feel good about saying that. Including more 100% whole grains into your daily meals and snacks. These will provide for people, these 100% whole grains provide both antioxidants, B vitamins, minerals that are key to health and well-being. So thinking about choosing more whole grains instead of those refined grains like simple white flour, that will really help to increase the amount of nutrients that you're getting in any given meal and snack. And they also provide fiber, which is really important for overall health and well-being. And of course, there's anytime that you can think about where you might incorporate more seafood. I would say seafood in general, as an overall category, eating consistent amounts of seafood, about 3 to 4 servings a week, let's say, when you can. That's an amazing way to really incorporate more of those omega-3 fatty acids as well as vitamin D, really important for overall immune function. And then, to the point of produce and really my other sort of favorite tip of all time that is as it relates to immunity is really to think about how to incorporate more sustainable and more accessible modes of hydration. So I personally have, and I'm hiding it underneath my desk right now, but I personally have a water bottle on me at all times. Anytime you can make your own at-home spa water, adding a little bit of extra flavor and a little bit of extra flair to it, I think, why not have a garnish? A garnish makes everything a little bit more festive, right? So if you can add in a little bit of pineapple, a little bit of berries into your water, it makes it that much simpler to actually drink and have in front of you. But I would say that it sounds very simple, but it's actually extremely helpful, is that the more that you can see something, right? Like if it's in your sight line, and if it's on your desk, or if it's with you when you're on the go, that's the simplest way to actually turn something from a dream, from the idea of actually drinking more water, to truly drinking the amount that you really need in a given day. And especially when you're more active, or you are, changing different temperatures, if you're going from indoor to outdoor, no matter what you're doing, those are all things that play a role in how hydrated you physically are on a daily basis. So remembering to stay hydrated and doing so in sustainable ways that really work for you, that's key to staying well on the whole.
Perfect. And I usually have Wellness Wednesday back here, but I know you had a WW back there, so I didn't want to get people confused. Can you talk about the new program of My WW Plus?
Yes. So My WW Plus is our most personalized, most customizable program in the history of WW. But what is so amazing about it is that it's actually taking these really key areas of wellness and bringing them into the member experience as it relates to our digital program, to our app. So we are now focusing not only on the food that you eat, but we also know that what determines what's on your plate is actually how you think, and how you make decisions about food, and how you make decisions about what to eat when, and how you want to physically feel in a given day. So we're really focused on food, activity, mindset, and sleep, and helping you create healthy habits within that framework of your own lifestyle that can really work for you as well as work with you, so that you're really playing on the things that you already love to do and do well for you, the things that that are really kind of great for you physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. What are the things that you really need to do in a day to feel like the best version of yourself, and then kind of build upon those, and then use these as the framework for building healthier habits overall that actually stick. Because we all struggle with that sometimes, but something that's really unique about WW, especially right now, and certainly with our new program, is that we really have taken a very kind of laser focus on meeting you where you are. So I was just looking at the app just before we got on the phone, and I was looking at my favorite new feature, what's in your fridge. It actually helps you, so you can enter in the ingredients that you have in your fridge at home, and we'll give you suggestions about what types of meals that you can make tonight. Very simple, very health focused, but also flavorful and delicious. I can't recommend this highly enough. I was like, I've got tomatoes. Okay. I think I'll be making pasta tonight. So there's a lot of great stuff to see. And also, I think, especially in light of our current circumstances, which are, so beyond crazy and feel so outside of our control, it's so nice to have this all-in-one place where we can look at different options about what's available to us and take control over these small but really sustainable and really powerful things that help us make more choices that really inform our overall health priorities and our wellness-related goals. So that's the amazing thing about the new program, is this kind of holistic focus on wellness at large, looking through the lens of food, activity, mindset, and sleep.
I love how it's not a cookie cutter program. It's really tailored to everyone personally, and it's perfect timing for New Year's, making new goals. So I love it.
Exactly.
And